In 2024, we did over $150,000 in Airbnb cleanings alone. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we find them, sell them, and deliver a 5-star cleaning experience that keeps them coming back every single time. Stay till the end because I'm going to show you exactly how you can copy and paste this in your business. Let's go.
We're the 4th floor, boys, and we're not at the 10th.
No, it's the penthouse. That's what people don't know, because 4th floor penthouse, apparently, if you're a Miami guru, any floor, you're in the penthouse. Well, we're going to go to the office, and then we got some, we're going to get into the lead gen strategies for Airbnb owners. From there, we'll do a little walkthrough. It's going to be a good video. Hopefully, a lot of people liked our last video. We wanted to continue doing vlog-style videos. We got code in the back. Again, part 2. Let's go. Nadia's calling me. Let me take this. Hey, Nadia, what's going on?
Hey, Max. We got a problem here. So
What's up?
It's 11:30 now, and our cleaner has been at the Airbnb in Tampa since 11 a.m. The guests still haven't left, and checkout is at 11. I've called the owner multiple times, but they don't answer.
Okay, you've texted and called the owner?
Yeah, I've tried multiple times, but no answer.
Who is it?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would tell the cleaner just to go knock on the door and ask them politely if they could leave and pack up their stuff, and let me know how that goes. But this constantly happens at this property, so we got to call the owner after this and talk to her about it. But call the cleaners and then just call me right back and let me know how that goes.
All right. Sounds great.
All right. Thanks, Neil. Bye. So we have this happen a few times at this property where guests don't check out proper at the right time. Like checkout's usually at 11 and it's now 11:30. I think we might even have a same day check. I need to talk to the deal about that. But in those situations, after honestly 30 minutes is way too long. After 15 minutes of them not checked in, someone either needs to have the owner call, or if they're not answering, knock on the door. But we'll see you at the office, and he's calling me back. Let's see what he says. Hey, Nadia, what's going on?
Hey, Max. Everything's fine now. The cleaner said the guests were having a little attitude towards them, but it's all good now.
Okay, they're leaving?
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. Well, thanks, Nadia. And then call the owner later today, see if she answers, and just let her know that this is probably the 3rd or 4th time that the guests have checked out late, and our cleaners are just there waiting, so we're going to have to charge them a little extra if this continues to happen again.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Theo. Bye. Okay, I need to remind myself. Let me use this one. Remind to follow up with Jim. Okay, perfect. I'll call him after the clean. Oh, who's this? It's cleaning client. Hello, this is Max with Max's Cleaning Service. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Who is this? Mary. Yes, I have you in for 11 a.m. Okay, the cleaners aren't there? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You want to cancel? Okay, I understand. I apologize. I'm so sorry. All right, bye. Oh my God. I just had the worst nightmare of my life. I was running my whole business with paper and sticky pads. I didn't have schedule drop. I wasn't able to automatically send notifications through my system. I wasn't able to just process payments online and see when cleaners clock in and clock out. Oh my God, I can't believe people run their business that way. And that's why this episode is sponsored by ScheduleDrop, the all-in-one scheduling software and CRM that allows you to process payments, communicate with clients via texting, calling, and email, remind yourself with tasks, and much more. If you're interested, click the link in our bio for a discounted rate. Let's get back into it. Okay, so for those who don't know what an Airbnb cleaning is, it's also a short-term rental. So Airbnb is a site that they post these rentals on to get them rented out. They're usually homes or sometimes apartments. But in between guests, there's usually a turnover cleaning. And that's when you need someone like us to go in and do all of the laundry, make sure everything's clean, make sure there's no dishes, no damage, and make sure it's staged properly for the future guests to come and check in. Now, there are a bunch of pros to Airbnb cleans, and there's also a bunch of cons. So as far as pros goes, one, it's consistent revenue. I mean, it depends on how long the guests are staying, but usually at least around average, probably 3 times a month, sometimes more, sometimes less, per cleaning, depending on how long the guests are staying for. And they're also priced out pretty well because with Airbnbs, you're able to charge a premium as long as you can provide a premium service. And then also, I really like the fact that it's scalable. Like you're able to, as long as you have systems, you're able to keep track of everything. You're able to grow a lot with this model. Now the cons, there are some logistical issues with Airbnb in the sense that there's a check-in at 10 or 11 o'clock, and check out at 10 or 11 o'clock, and then there's a check-in at 4 or 5, and in between that time frame, you need to get everything done, and that involves a ton of laundry, washing all the sheets, all the towels, and sometimes the timing is off, and you have to bring it to a laundromat and deal with a lot of logistical issues. Another con is Airbnb owners are sometimes very cheap. Cheap in the sense that they're not willing to pay a property management company to manage their property, so they expect the cleaning company to do that for you. And what you have to do in this situation is be very set on what you offer and what you don't offer. And as long as you're strict on that, you clearly lay it out for the client, then you're able to scale. But if you have a bunch of clients who, this one you need to change the locks for the remote lock in the door, and this one you need to go change the air filters, that stuff's not included. It's hard to keep track of, and eventually, if you keep running your business that way, you won't be able to do the actual cleans properly because you'll be so focused on all the other little things they want you to do. Another con, you do have to deal with a lot of last minute bookings, which could be a little difficult, but the good news is if you have a lot of cleaners who are reliable, you're usually able to make that work. Anyways, let's get into the office. We're going to show you exactly how to get these Airbnb clients and how to keep them. All right, guys, so step 1, we need to find clients. We need to generate leads. How we do that, this is our first technique for doing that. It's through Airbnb.com. So if you go to Airbnb.com, you can filter it by where you're located. So let's just say I'm in Orlando, Florida, for example. What dates we could do flexible to the next 6 months. And then who, I would do 1 or 2 guests. I actually don't even put anything there. Then click search. Once you get to here, you could add even more filters. So what I like to do is I'll filter by entire home, and then that's usually it. Sometimes I'll choose house. You could also do apartment, but I'm preferably just house. And yeah, then show 1,000 homes. And then what you're going to want to do is you could scroll down, and you're going to want to go in order. So I'll just start at the top. Yeah, I'll start the second row just because the top's usually a little weird. And what you're going to want to look for is the outside photo of the house. So if you go down here, there's a few outside photos, but I don't believe I see a number anywhere. So let's go on to the next one. And what you could do, guys, by the way, is you could actually pay people to do this for you on Fiverr. I've paid someone like $40 an hour. You could even send them this video and they could do it for you. Go to exterior, here. I don't see anything either. Usually the first few are pretty high quality photos. Here we go, right on the first photo. You scroll down, looks like it's 32, if you guys can see that. So now we know the house number, and then we're gonna want to go back to the property, and we're gonna wanna scroll down and see the map. So scroll down. Zoom in. It looks like it's in between this area. So we're gonna search, let's just search 32 Merryman Drive. 32 Merryman Drive. And first one is a charm. So this is, I believe, the house. Let me double check. Oh, this is 29. This is the home. Okay. So if we go back here, you could see we have a match. So the address is 32 Merryman Drive. I'll take that and I'll go back to our Airbnb spreadsheet and I'll just put 32, and then I'll typically copy the link and put it right here. So you're going to want to do this for the whole page. Get as many addresses as possible, and from there you're going to copy all of these addresses, save them as a CSV file, and you're going to want to import them into some software similar to like Tracer, like PropStream, like batch skip tracing. Any of these softwares you could use, I would just try to find the most affordable one. And all you're going to want to do is import it in there, and you're going to get their phone number and your email. And from there you could contact them. If you do decide to contact them, make sure that you're contacting them and following the legal guidelines in your state. And no one's on the do not call list. I would scrape that as well. Now, next step. That's one way to get Airbnb owners. And you have to do this at scale, guys. I'm not talking about just do one page. I've done this for thousands of homes. But the next step is more in-person relationships, especially if you're very outgoing, you're good at talking to people. This is going to be a great strategy for you. I would go to meetup.com and you could search Airbnb meetup groups. You'll see there's some in Newtown. There's some in, let me go back. Oh, that's actually in a different state. But there's some in Chicago, some in Miami, some in Toronto, some in Ann Arbor, some in San Francisco. Just try to find one near you. And there's also other meetups that aren't necessarily posted on meetup.com. Just search Airbnb meetup near me. I'm sure you'll be able to find some group. And from there, I would just sign up, go there, introduce yourself to people, let them know you have a cleaning company. I would even offer to match their rate or undercut it for the first cleaning just to build that relationship. People really just want to work with someone that's reliable, going to show up on time, going to make sure that quality management is there, and that you're not going to get bad reviews for your Airbnb. Now, the third strategy is through Facebook groups. So if you go to Facebook groups, it's the Tampa, Florida's Airbnb group that I'm a part of. You could go to any of these groups. There's tons of them on Facebook. I mean, just search Airbnb groups on Facebook, real estate groups. You'll find them in your area. From there, there's a few ways to go about this. One, you could cold DM members in the group, see if they're interested in some kind of offer, whether that's the first cleaning free, whether that's half off the first cleaning, whether it's some kind of extra service included with the cleans, whatever that is. You could directly DM the members in the group, and you only want to do this for groups that are actually active, not constantly getting spam posts, or actually monitoring the group. You could go to the admin and offer to pay them a few $100 to make a post in that group. So those are the 3 strategies to get leads. Now that you got the leads, it's time to close them. All right, guys, so we're heading to a house. We don't have any Airbnb cleans in the area today where we are, so we're gonna go to a house to show you exactly what a walkthrough would be like, what to look for, what you need to make sure gets done, how to stage the property properly, and much more. So we'll see you when we get there.
All right, in order to get really good at Airbnbs and fulfilling a high quality service, you need to put yourself in the position of a cleaner and understand what to do when you arrive at a property and what a cleaner needs to do when they get there. So when I'm in a property, the first thing a cleaner should do, or if you have a supervisor on the ground, they need to inspect everything. It's really important that we inspect things and we know of any damage so we can inform the customer immediately. If we don't inform them and a client complains to them, they're going to have problems with us, because at the end of the day, an Airbnb is their business. They're making money off this. For some people, this is their lifeline. So we need to make sure everything is perfect every single time. So I'm going to go through the room. I'm going to look at the couches. A lot of times couches get stained, pillows get stained, blankets get stained. When you're in a hotel or an Airbnb and you see something stained, that's disgusting. People don't like that, and they will leave bad reviews. So go through the couch, if there's blankets on the couch, lift them up, look around, be very, very detailed. In the kitchen, is there anything damaged? Is there anything scratched? Like, you have to pay attention to all of the details because every little thing matters. So make sure you go through the entire home. Weird stuff happens. Baseboards have been cracked. Doors have been taken down. We've seen it all. So your cleaners need to be extremely detailed when they're going through the property. Because like I said, we want to make sure everything's perfect. A lot of times people break blinds. Blinds are important. We don't want anything in the property to be broken. We need to tell the client immediately so they can send over, their general handyman or whoever it is to fix all of this stuff. There could be plumbing issues, whatever it is, there's always going to be problems. So you need to do a very, very thorough walkthrough. So after the inspection of the property is completed, the next thing we need to do is get all of the laundry. We need to strip all the sheets off the bed because we got to get that laundry process going. In a turnover, it's very, very quick. You may only have 4 hours between the turnover, depending on the size of the property. A lot of people do 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's best, but they may do 3 p.m. So you got to move quick. So we're going to get the laundry. We're going to strip it off the beds. We're going to put it in the washing machine, and we're going to get it going. We have to get that done fast. After that, we're going to start our cleaning. So while we're cleaning, we're going to go through each and every room, and we're going to make sure everything is absolutely spotless, organized, and perfect. Now, typically, as a business, as the cleaning company owner, we want to create a checklist for each property. So once you start cleaning, your cleaners are going to follow that checklist. Let's get those in the washer. So for the checklist, we typically use Notion, and we design that after the first cleaning is completed. We use insights from the owner and our insights when we're doing the property. So on that first cleaning, we always attend so we can look at the property and create that checklist. While that laundry is going on, we're going to finish the cleaning. When everything's done, we're going to put it back on the beds, and we're going to make sure the house is staged perfectly. From there, once the property is staged, we're going to take photos of absolutely everything, and we're going to include that in our checklist. That way, if we have another cleaner that's going to come and do the property, they understand how the property is supposed to be staged and exactly what needs to be done within the property. That's the best way to provide the best quality service for our Airbnb customers, and it's the only way to maintain that quality as time goes on. We don't want to slack. We want to make sure everything is perfect every single time.
Vlog number 2, hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. We're gonna go over action items. Before we get into that, make sure to click the link below. It's a free community. I built out a very comprehensive course that you can follow. There is no upsell. Go through the course, go to our Airbnb module, and I have a bunch of resources specifically on Airbnb cleans right there you could follow. But let's get into it. Action items number 1. Lead gen for Airbnb cleans. I want you to do at least 100 homes directly off Airbnb.com. I want you to do at least 1 post in a Airbnb group, a short-term rental group near you, maybe a sponsored post or a organic post, whatever that is. And also try to find a networking event near you for real estate agents or Airbnb owners. Action item number 2. We need you to go in, reach out to these Airbnb owners, email them, text them, cold call them, use Clean Genie, use automations, whatever you have to do to get them on the phone and sell them. Step number 3, once you do sell one of these Airbnb owners, make a checklist and send me a screenshot in the WAP community of your checklist. I want to make sure you're keeping track of everything you need to make sure you do a good job for that client. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.